2020, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. BTC 10222 on Binance, right? So in today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, Ripple XRP, Tezos, Ethereum, EOS, Litecoin, Neo, ZILLIQA, Dash, Omize, and all of them, guys. You name it. We're going to talk about basically altcoin, AMB, ARC, and those coins. Basically, we got a pretty a very good setup for those coins before they break out. If you haven't watched my update regarding the best alt to choose for the first quarter of 2020, you can go and check it out. Basically Ripple XRP, AMB, and ARC, basically some very unknown coins, guys. Nobody talk about AMB, nobody talk about ARC, and ARC basically give us a very good pump, and we still got some more upside to be anticipating, at least for the short term, right? So let me check the chat room, see if you guys can if the sound is good, at least for the short term, right? So, and then we're gonna dive into the analysis. We're gonna start off today with a BTC. Beautiful pattern. It is it is looking bullish, at least for the short term. Weekly time frame, no sign of reversal. Heikin-Ashi body candles looking very strong, no tails, very organized, pretty much similar to the bottom. We got like a bottom we got back in 2018, 2019, before the run up to 14K. Right now we're making the similar, we're making similar structure basically, right? And it is looking extremely healthy, but we need to break 12K in order to basically confirm like we can push higher, break 14K, 16, 20, 24, 30, 40, $50,000, right? And so on. But we just need to break 14K. We need to break 14K. Alt season, but alt looking great, even though BTC dropped yesterday 5% almost. Alt still like looking very healthy above the 21 EMA on the 3-day chart. We're gonna talk about alt, all the alt guys all the altcoin we've been talking about recently. They pump at least 20%. Okay, they pump at least 20%. So we gotta pay attention to alt. So especially Ripple XRP, we're gonna talk about Ripple XRP, BNB, Neo, AION, Dash, ZILLIQA, and all of them good stuff, right? So let's dive into the analysis now. Hey, what's up, Chago? Hey, what's up, K4 Liberty Jackson? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. So make sure to hit the likes and subscribe. If you're new to the content, make sure to join our public Telegram group. If you want to upgrade to the premium, join the Telegram group and send me a message, and I'm gonna show you how to basically, I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord premium group, right? So weekly time frame looking great. You can see like no sign of reversal as of now. And one of the great thing about this uptrend is like you can see volume is decreasing. So I'm just gonna analyze it the same way I analyzed it before, when we were basically pushing to the upside. Similar structure, okay. You got another similar structure right there. You got another similar structure right there. Before any strong push to the upside, volumes, okay. Most of the time, volume can decrease while price is going up. That's a very strong signature move, right? At least for the short term. We used it back in 2018, and then we're gonna be using it until we break 12K, and then basically we're gonna go like a full moon boy mode, right? As soon as we break 12K. So what I'm expecting, at least for the short term, I'm expecting like the volume of the pattern, this volume to be broken, at least for the short term, with a very strong move. Okay, and this trend line, nobody paying attention to this trend line. Even myself, I haven't been paying attention to this trend line, but you can see, even though if you look at the volume on the lower scale, you're gonna be like, oh, we don't have any volume, like myself, right? I was saying like we're going up with a low volume, but you zoom out. Okay, you reflect back like about what happened like 12-15 months ago. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. Let's take a second and basically analyze the market again in a different way. You can see like this trend line. If like we're gonna match this trend line, guys, look at it right there, right? It is gonna be very bullish, okay, but it could also be very bearish. Let's say we hit this trend line somewhere around here, right? But this candle is red. So it means like we're going to be going back to the bear market, right? So but if we hit this trend line right there, okay, let's say volume could be on the weekly basis. We haven't received 1 million trading volume on the weekly basis, right, on Binance. That's a hacking action, but it doesn't matter because volume is volume, right? So you can see it is like the highest we got was like 600,000. Okay, so in order to match this volume, we're most likely going to get like 700,000 to like 800,000 800,000 buying pressure. That's going to be very bullish. So I'm watching carefully. Okay, I'm watching this volume in order to basically confirm like we're going to be pushing to the upside, and then basically break 14k, 20k, and then try to hit like a 24k and so on. But I'm not saying we're going to do it this year or next year or the year after, but at some point this trend line we basically gonna have to keep an eye on it, right? So that's the only thing I wanted to talk about on the weekly time frame. Let's move on to the 3-day chart. 3-day chart basically looking very healthy. You know, no sign of reversal. At the same time, volume is decreasing. Of course, if it is decreasing on the weekly, it is going to decrease on the lower degree also, right? So volume is also decreasing. Very healthy move. You know, nothing to worry about as far as like a bullish uptrend. The bulls basically they're in control. They in you know, I would say like 80% they in control until we hit like a 12k, and we're gonna talk about why 12k and 11k and so on, right? So 3-day chart, no sign of reversal even on the regular candle, guys. So you can see we got slightly red candle. It is okay, because you guys remember when BC was dropping in this area, I was expecting further drop, right? Just about this 80, 81, 8200 range, but it is okay. We can get like a 3 to 6 days of red candles and drop all the way down like to but drop all the way down to 96, right? Drop all the way down to 96, but we just have to sustain 96. We cannot break below 96. It's gonna mess up the whole trend, and if the volume is high while we're dropping, it could be it. Okay, it could be it. But if like we drop with a low volume like this type of drop, that's going to be bullish, right? At least for the short term, it's going to be a very bullish momentum, right? So a drop to 96 range, 90, we don't want to break 96. Okay, that's the takeaway. We can drop down to like a 95, 50 and so on, but if we break 96, that's it, man. We could be facing lower numbers, at least for the short term. Let's take a look at the daily time frame now. Daily time frame, it is giving us some tough time last night with some high volatility, BTC going up and down, blah blah blah, 10.5, 10.1 and so on. People are getting liquidated, people are getting stopped out and all that good stuff, right? But you can see it is pretty much very normal. Like I'm not basically updated my guys like in my premium group. If you like, let's see let's see it's basically I updated my guys before the drop. You can see right before the drop, basically I was anticipating BC basically to retest like the 1 hour 100 EMA. That's a low degree. So and you can see exactly we retested 1 hour 100 EMA exactly, and then price basically. Hey, what's up, Crippler? What's up, Iceman? Thanks a lot, Iceman. So you can see like we retested the 1 hour 100 EMA, got a support from it, pushed it upside. This one kind of got me because myself I was scalping, right? But I had a position at like I think like I had a position at the 10 to 75, right? So 10 to 75, right? And this sucker was coming back to me. I was like, man, because I was a little greedy, right? So I took 10 to 75 short, right? And was looking for like a 10, 1, 10, stuff like that, exact number. But as soon as we came down, right, I was being great, okay, I was moving it down to like to the 0.618, and this sucker just pumped back. I was like, man, I gotta get out, right? So instead of taking like a full profits, that's why sometimes like that's a lesson I learned, right? Don't be greedy, follow your strategy. I sent this signal like right there, okay, it was like 9 p.m. I think, or let's see, somewhere around here, okay? That's when I sent the signal, right? We're going to be retesting like a 10-1 range. So I should not drop my exit point, right? But I was being greedy and tried to take that extra 100 points, right? And then actually lost like 90% of my profits, right? But I got out before my entry. So but it is like, it is very sad. Like you could have take, like you could have have like a 100% profits, but you're just being greedy. So it is something like we just have to be careful. That's something I just actually learned yesterday. It is not something I learned, but I already know it. I just shouldn't do it, right? So it pumped back up. So pumped back up to 10.5. I was like, man, I gotta go to sleep. So I let the volatility take care of itself. So you can see, as soon as we break this area, next area to look for, it is like just about like a 0.618 area. It could be temporary, looking for a 0.618 area. But I don't like the way volume is decreasing, and basically price is trying to make some higher lows. It could push the price up, but it's not going to be very bullish. It could basically drop back the price down to this area. Okay, it can pump and then drop this drop down to like a 10k area to 99.50, and then give us this three-way move, ABC crush, and another pullback, probably drop and then push the upside, right? Similarly, what we talked about regarding the on the lower degree on our previous live stream, you guys remember we talked about this move, right? We said like BTC was basically making some sort of corrective move right here, and it could drop back down before pumping back up. The same way we said it, right now it just dropped back up, pumped back up, and now it is looking to make another drop, right? And that's the lower degree. Yeah, basically gonna remind you who's the boss. Always take profit, man. Like sometimes as a trader, we forget about like our strategy, we forget about our goals, and we tend to just focus on greed. Okay, we focus on greed and fear. You fear of missing out, and you're greedy to take more profit. Okay, so that's what happened last night, and it is something like we just have to be very, very careful about not being greedy. Follow your strategy, especially when you're scalping, right? High leverage. If you hit your target, just get out. Market gonna be around. Take the money. That's something I kind of like learned last night, right? So take the money and run away, basically. Okay, because most of us really 2018 kind of like take a kind of beat us up. So it's kind of like whenever you see profits, you just think of 2018 and you be like, let me take it and run away. Because before, what happened back in 2018 repeat itself again, right? When you lose 90% of your capital, or more than 90%, right? So it is something like we just gotta keep in mind. Hey, what's up Leo? What's up Donaf? Thanks a lot for tuning in, Donaf. Yeah, take it and run, because the market gonna be around forever. Okay, market gonna be not forever, but you know what I mean, right? So it's gonna be around, because you're gonna wake up the next day and then you're gonna take a look at the chart, and then you basically analyze it. You're gonna be taking an entry and exit all the time, right? So just take it and run away. Boost your basically portfolio, and then look for the next opportunity, right? But it is okay. It's not end of the world. Okay, we're gonna get more targets, right? So let's take a look at the 6-hour time frame now. 6-hour time frame for those of you guys who's not, if you're not familiar with my channel, most of the time I only use a 2 moving average. Sometimes I add the 200 EMA just to get me a nice buffer zone between 100 EMA and 200 EMA on the lower degree, right? But these 2 moving averages 21 EMA and 100 EMA, they're very important, okay, especially on 6-hour and 12-hour. Okay, 6-hour is code of the 20 is code of 24 hours, and then of course 12 hours is half a day. So you can see like the 100 EMA been acting as a support at the 80 to 100 range, and at that time we also got a nice crossover, right, on the on the MACD, but I did not take it. This time I was still waiting for a further drop, right? But I saw this crossover, but I just wasn't comfortable with it, so I was like, let me just wait, okay? But you know, we ended up pushing to the upside after that. But the second crossover we got right around this area, okay? I was like, this time I'm not going to give it any chance, right? We did not give it any chance. Asnas, I think it was right there, okay? That one right there. Asnas, we basically pushed to the upside. We basically just took the long like from just about, let's see, no, that was this one, okay? We took the long from like a 96 range all the way up, okay, to 94, 96, all the way up to 10.3, 10.5. So target, our target, we basically hit it on the dot, 10.3 to 10.5. But like I said, right, BC still got some more upside. Potential upside. It's not guaranteed it is gonna hit like a, you know, next areas above like a 10k, 11k, and so on, right? But as of now, weekly is looking extremely good, so we just have to go with a higher degree. Even though we're getting some rejection on the lower degree, we just have to take it and then you know, deal with it. But it is looking very aggressive, at least for the short term, okay? Looking very aggressive. As long as we stay above this 21 EMA on a 6 hour, bull is gonna be in control. If we drop, we got this you know, 100 EMA on a 6 hour, it could support the price, but it is going to be very bearish, okay? It is going to be very bearish. We just have to stay above this area of a 9600 range in order to keep up the momentum, right? As long as we stay above 96, we should be okay, okay? 96 to 97 range, you should be okay as far as like a bullish momentum. At the same time, be careful, okay? Be careful with these lower highs, okay? You can't just do this, right? So it is something like you gotta keep in mind. Yes, if we break 96, it is more likely you know, bad time again. At least for the next few weeks, we're gonna need like you know, a few days to build up some momentum. At the same time, like let's say we break 96 and price get bought up very quickly, it could invalidate the downtrend. Like I said, like let's say like the type of drop we just got, like from 10.5 to just about 10.1, and then got bought up very quick, and then price doesn't drop back down. That's going to be very bullish, okay? That's going to be like very bullish. So even though, you know, a break below 96 is bearish, but how long we stay below it, it also can determine the uptrend. If we just break 96 and then quickly reverse, that can just validate the strong uptrend we're getting right now, right? So just keep that in mind. Remastera min NEXUS to XRP. Okay, he says basically she says let's talk about XRP. We're gonna move on to XRP next, right? That's great. Okay, you guys don't understand that. So she just wrote it. She wrote some. So let's move on to the 12-hour time frame. 12-hour time frame, similarly to basically 6 hour, we still going to be facing challenges to break 21 EMA, still on the 21 hour, I mean on the 21 EMA on the 12 hour, still at 98, 99, so it is okay. So it's not a big deal at all, right? So, but one thing I just wanted to talk about on the lower degree is like the 45 minutes. I talked about it publicly multiple times. On an uptrend, what do we need to focus on? We got to focus on this type of structure, okay? It looks like this, and it tends to give you a divergence on the 45 minutes, you know, with the on the 45 minutes and also like you know, on your RSI, right? So you take a look at it on the 45 minutes earlier, not on the 45 minutes, but we got it on the 15 minutes also, right? On the 45 minutes, we got one right there, and then this one I also talk about it, we got another one right there, okay? We got this beautiful downtrend, and with a beautiful you know, strong support on the RSI, right, on the 45 minutes. And you see what happened next? We push to the upside, okay? Make another one right there, and then push to the upside. So I'm anticipating, at least for the short term, another one. That's one of the reasons I'm saying, like, you know, we could drop all the way down to these areas, and then look for the strong move to the upside. Probably come back, retest it before going further, right? So it is something that we just have to keep in mind. The trend is bullish. we know exactly what to look for the bearish momentum. If we break it, we just we just stay bearish. If we get a strong support, we just go with the trend, right? But like I said, you do not want to long BTC above 10K. I said it last time, right? I said it, if you want to long BTC, long it below 10K, it is safer. I said it for the last 10 days, right? Make sure to, not financial advice, of course, right? Make sure to get a sweet entry below like a 99 to 97. And then you're going to be safe, because whatever happened in, above 10.5 to, above 10.1 to 10.5, you're still going to be okay, because you can let the bulls and bears fight. And then, you can basically take care of business, and then not to worry too much about high volatility. And at the same time, something I just wanted to remind you guys, 10K area, 10 to 11K area is the most volatile area. Even last year, if you're not familiar with BTC, you can see like a 9K area was okay, was very very aggressive. But the 10K area, guys, this area of 10K to 11K, 10K to 11K, it is very, very, very aggressive. So we're about to get back to another area where we to the same area where we basically pretty familiar with. So we're familiar with 10K to 11K, especially 10.9 to 11.2. I said it in my premium member. It is very, very critical as soon as we get back to this area to be very organized and see like how we're going to be handling like the 10.9 area to 11.2 area. Okay, like I said, back in September, I was telling my guys, okay, we just need to short BTC at 10.9, right, and take it all the way down to where, to 72, 7400. Okay, that was like back in September. And actually that was back in August, because BTC was like a 9K, and I was like, once we hit 10.9, we're just gonna short it, and then we're gonna take profit right there. Okay, but people tend to panic, and then when you say like, oh, BTC gonna go down to 7200, they're gonna be like, man, 10K to 72, and then they're not gonna believe it, right? So but it is something that we just have to keep in mind, at least for the short term. Hey, what's up, Gupta? Hey, what's up, Midas? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. We might be coming back down to your targets, but let's see. Trend is very strong right now, and I think you gotta get a lower. If I remember well, you got to target like not target, but a entry around below 9K, right? Just to make it very easy for you, right? Below 9K. So, but if we get a rejection, we most likely could be coming back down below 8K, 9K. But like I said, on the weekly basis, we don't have any sign of reversal. The only thing, on the bigger picture, yes, that's the only thing I see. And we should be, we got the three-way move, right? This corrective move. If we break it and break 12K, it's going to be invalidated. So it's nothing like anybody can do, right? But it is a bearish setup. But if we break it, because alt, they're making this bearish setup, but they're breaking out. Ethereum is basically drop back down, push back up, drop back down, push back up. So you're anticipating this to be a bearish setup for Ethereum, but Ethereum just broke it, and then now I think it's Ethereum Classic, right? Ethereum Classic just broke it. Bitcoin Cash broke it, and then now they retesting they top. BTC can also break this area and retest the top, so that's very possible, right? And we talked about it also. We talked about it during my previous live stream regarding the bigger picture and all of that good stuff. So if you haven't watched it, make sure to go and watch it, right? So hey Gupta, I'm not bullish. I'm just bullish on this uptrend. So be careful. I'm still bearish, like I said, until we break 12K. I'm still very cautious. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna long it, right? Yes, I'm gonna take the juicy moves, right? But it doesn't mean like, oh, I'm gonna be like looking for like a 30K, 40K, 50K. It is just a normal uptrend. We just take it, right? So but as long as we stay below 12K, I'm gonna be bearish. and looking for a possible reversal. Okay, if I get it, I'm not gonna hesitate to short at the top again, right? Because if you've been following us, you know we shorted at 14K, 13K, 12K, 10.9, 10.9, 10.5, all the way down to this area, and then this sucker got us like at 64. I was looking for 63 to 55, but it reversed, so it is okay, right? So we're gonna talk about HT. No worry. So let's move on to basically Ethereum first, right? Let's talk about the big boys first. So you take a look at Ethereum on a weekly basis. Ethereum is looking very, very bullish. Like if you've been following our channel, we said if Ethereum, right, if we break the 25 weekly moving average, it is going to be very, very bullish for Ether, right? That time Ether was what? Ether was roughly around below like 150, just about 150 to 150 to 140, right? Over 4 weeks ago. And you can see like Ethereum is basically, as soon as we broke it, it looks bullish, and then we took it, okay? It took me a while basically to even like remind myself like, hey guys, I remember like, you know, not remember, but you know, we were saying like if we break it, it's going to be bullish. So right around like a 190, 95, 96 range, we basically took the long, okay? And then basically, you know, was looking for, actually was Ethereum setup, right? I'm going to show you the Ethereum setup, right? Okay. Okay, that's a Ethereum setup, right? So you can see like as soon as we broke this area of 195, roughly around like 190, we took the long around right around like 194, 196, put a stop loss 183, because we know if we break you know, 183 range, we most likely gonna come back down, retest 155, right? Or so on. So and first take profit was like a 183, and then we basically just let it sit after, you know, I mean first take profit was like 220. And then as soon as we hit 220, we were looking for 239 to 241, and all these targets we talked about it like you know, weeks ago, right? Because on a weekly basis, Ethereum basically 100 EMA on a weekly basis was like a 241, right? So let's take a look at it. So for some reason, let's take a look at it weekly. So right now we broke the 100 EMA on the weekly on POPULOUS. Let's take a look at it on but on, for some reason, on Ethereum on Binance and Ethereum on POPULOUS is not the same. So this 100 EMA is about like a 285. So you know, I'm looking for 285 range for Ethereum to hit 285, but it was close enough, okay? 279 to 285, that's what I was looking for, but we got rejected just about like a 277. So you can see like we basically took a long from like 190, low 190, high 190, right? 194, 196 range, all the way up to 277. Okay, so that was a very, very good move. Ethereum was very impressive, right? Impressive. So you can see, but what I'm looking for, at least for the short term for Ethereum, it's not showing any sign of reversal, even though like everything is overbought in terms of like the RSI is overbought on the daily time frame. You can see like the 3-day chart, guys, I mean it is pretty much okay. It is just about 80. The move is very strong, but can it push high? Absolutely. It can go all the way up and give us a blow off top, right? And retest like a $300 to $350 range, at least for the short term. But it's gonna correct, okay? It is gonna correct, and when we correct, it is gonna be nasty, okay? It could be a 25 to 30% drop in one day. So you gotta keep that in mind. So don't just expect like we're gonna be going to the upside forever. And we haven't seen any normal pullback like let's say 30 days pullback. So Ethereum could do something like this, right? Ethereum could hit basically 360 to 290 and give us a three-way move pullback. This could be 1, 2, and 3, 4. We could be looking wave number 4 in that area before, you know, taking wave number 5, okay, and then pull back down for the you know, for this wave to be wave number 1, and then we could be going up right after that. But at least for the short term, Ethereum, I talked about it like early January, about like Ethereum 250 to 350 range. But first thing first, I was expecting a retest of like a 94, and I was like, anything below $100 is bullish for Ethereum. But we did not get the chance to you know, retest like $100. We retested 116. Okay, actually we were long Ethereum from 116 to 130, but we got out, right? So because I was still expecting like a still expecting Ethereum to retest like a, you know, low $100 before giving us this move. All right, so I'm not surprised at all, because I said it when Ethereum was 230, Ethereum gonna drop 50%, right? So we did drop 50%, 230 to 216, 215, but I was just being greedy at myself, right? Was still looking for $100 Ethereum, and then basically it just give us this quick reversal. So Elastos, ELA. Okay, we're gonna take a look at ELA later, right? So, but Ethereum, no sign of reversal. Okay, no sign of reversal as of now. But if we get any, I'm gonna update the price. But at least for the short term, would have us, you know, would put a stop loss at least, you know, somewhere around here. If you basically let's say you long it from like a, you know, 190 range, you're still gonna be okay, you know, to put a stop loss at $200, not to worry about any wicks or stuff like that. It's at the same time, it is gonna give you time to get out if like we get a nasty sell-off, like a 10, 15, 20% move, and then this pullback, if you don't like the pullback, you can just get out right around like a 260 after that, right? So because it's not gonna be a nasty sell-off like this, right? It always gonna give you a pullback after a 30% drop. So you don't want to get kicked out after a 30% drop, right? Stuff like that. So you said we caught, what I'm saying, we basically had a long position, right? Just about a 219, right? 219 to 215. That was like a lot of position. 219 to 216, right? I'm not saying we caught the exact number. The exact number doesn't matter, right? So, and we long it. I said we long it up to 230, and then we got out. Okay, so that's what I said, right? So keep that in mind. I'm not saying we long it from 216 all the way up here. So we basically took the long from a 194 after clear confirmation, 194 up to now, right? So okay, somebody say Astro by February 16th we're gonna drop down to a 240 to 220 range, okay, for Ethereum. So we will see. I'm gonna take a note. February 16th going to be in 2-3 days, 2 days for some of you guys, right? So so we will see, okay, and then see how Ethereum going to be performing. So let's take a look at Litecoin. Thanks a lot, LH. Thanks a lot, K, for everybody. So Litecoin looking very, very bullish. Litecoin, myself, I was looking for lower numbers, right? So, but I said clearly, Litecoin, do not basically short Litecoin under $40 when Litecoin was dropping, right? So I was first looking for 39. And now we hit 39. I was like hit 33 for in some exchange, and I was still lowering my target. But as soon as we broke $40, I was saying do not short Litecoin below $40. Do not short it BTC under $7, right? So, and both of those targets basically as soon as we hit this target, it just reversed, right? I did not, even though I was looking for lower numbers, I wasn't comfortable like shorting BTC under 7K or Litecoin under 7K, right? So I would just let the price do the work. You short it from $40 and then you just watch it drop. You don't do anything. That's what I was expecting. But at least for the short term, we got the reversal. And $80 Litecoin, we talked about it previously when Litecoin was basically making this basically beautiful bull flag. Coming back down to retest 21 EMA on the 3-day chart, right? Coming back down to retest it, 21 EMA pushed it upside. This move that's the same move I'm going to show you. That's the same move Ripple XRP just did a couple days ago when Ripple XRP was like 25, 26. I was saying, guys, accumulate XRP. We about to go crazy, right? So, but most people, you know, basically flooding XRP. So, but you can see XRP just broke out. But Litecoin looking clean. You know, $80 Litecoin, it is pretty much a resistance, but could break it very easily with you know, no issue at all. And then after that, we could be looking for Litecoin just about like a 105, right? 105 is basically very critical. That's when I said Litecoin gonna drop at least 50%. That was, I remember this day because Litecoin pushed it upside like 15% exactly. I remember the same exact day. That's the same exact day I said Etherum also gonna drop 50%, right? So Litecoin, you can see, you know, this area, that's the area of concern, like 105 to 95 range. I'm not worried about $80. Even if we do not break it, I think it could be temporary unless we get a nasty sell-off. On top of that, we got a clean. Okay, we're about to get a clean crossover 21 crossing over 100. Similarly, what we got right there, okay, you can see it. We could definitely push back down before pushing up, okay, or push to the upside then push down. Okay, we could push to the upside then push down right there before further push to the upside, right? So that's very possible. Either way you look at it, Litecoin is going to give us a pullback. So that's the takeaway. Okay, it's going to give us a nice pullback to basically you know, take advantage of the price action. Hey, what's up, Whiskey? Yes, I said it. I was bearish on the Ether. You know, all the way down. I was saying all the way down to $100. You know, low $100 buy Ether to $90. I mean, it came down to 116. It is nothing you can do, right? Let's say you bearish on Ether, like all from like Ether was like, let's go back to Ether, from like a 280, right? 280 to 116, right? Let's say somebody tell you sell your Ether at 280, right? And then try to buy it back at you know, $100. Okay, price came down to 116. It is your responsibility to buy, right? If you're looking for something to drop a certain level and that it dropped like 90% of within your target, it is nothing you can do, right? So let's take a look at Ether, right? It is looking good, man. That's classic. Ethereum classic is looking good, man. So let's go back to Ether. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time answering you. So but Ether, you take a look at it. When I said when we basically talk about Ether, right there, okay, just about like a 260 to 280 range. We said Ether gonna drop 50%, right? At least 50%. So take a look at it. It dropped 55%. It dropped 55%, right? So you know, it is what it is, right? So I was still looking for lower numbers. Absolutely, yes. Okay, I was looking for support just about low $100, which is pretty normal. Okay, which is pretty normal to look for support, but we got to support this 116 area supported the price, and then we got the reversal, right? So you would be extremely happy to sell your Ether at just about like a 290 and then buy back at 116, 120, right? So it's not about being wrong or right. It's just about analyzing the market. So but that's it. I don't want to talk about that anymore. So let's move on. Yeah, thanks a lot, Alpha. So let's move on to EOS. So EOS is looking extremely good. at least for the short term, pretty much following BTC with low low volume, high prices. So we just have to be careful. Yes, we took the long from basically a $4 range, right? And then push it to the upside all the way up to $5, right? So took profit along the way and still looking for higher prices. But at the same time, we could face some if like we face some sell-off, we could be looking for nice support just about like this area of low $4. Okay, if like we basically face any challenges, because next area we're going to be looking for, it is roughly around like $6. Okay, that's our next area of resistance, right? Next area of resistance, that's going to be just about like $6 range. So it is something that we just gotta keep in mind, at least for the short term, right? Yeah. So let's move on to King XRP, guys. XRP, I've been extremely bullish on XRP ever since like we broke that 22 to 24 range, and but I was just waiting for confirmation up to 26. We hit 26, and I was like, man, I also updated a XRP AMB and ARC. AMB is doing extremely well since we updated AMB. AMB was like 180, I think, when we talked about AMB, and then XRP is basically XRP was like, I think 26-25 range, right? And then basically now we sitting just about 33 cents. So XRP, we basically for some reason I was ignoring this bull flag on the 3-day chart versus USD, but I did not ignore this bull flag on the versus USD on the on the 3-day chart. So that's when we basically look for higher prices for XRP. You can see like just about 26 all the way up to this area. Okay, so you can see like basically XRP respected market structure, got rejected 100 EMA, got rejected 21 EMA, respected. It is respecting charts. Okay, it is respecting what every trader would be expecting. Okay, XRP gonna get rejected 21 EMA, 100 EMA, resistance, breakout, clean breakout. Okay, it's nothing you can do. Next area of resistance, it is going to be roughly around this area. Okay, right, it is going to be roughly around 40 cents, give or take, right? It doesn't matter, right, whether we hit 40 cents, but close enough. Okay, 39 to let's say 39 to a 42 range, right? So in that area, and if we break it, absolutely we're going to look for higher prices, right? So, and I've been talking about 80 cents XRP forever. Most of you guys remember when I was saying XRP, okay, this move in terms of Elliott waves, right? That's a move I was looking for. We got this move, we got this move down and this pullback, and then we got this strong move. I was expecting this move actually to get a support from like a 20 cents and push back up, but as soon as we broke this area, I was looking for all the way down like to 15-13 cents, but we got stopped out. We got a stop right around like 17.5, which is pretty good, guys. You're expecting something to drop down to 15 cents. It drops down to 17 cents. What do you want? Like, do you want like price to drop exactly at 15 cents for you to buy? I mean, markets don't work like that. Okay, so we hit 17.5. Now we're getting this pullback. So if this pullback is strong enough, we definitely definitely can hit this area, the top, give or take 75 to 80 cents, right? But my only concern, like if we hit this top, we could be still dropping down. Okay, if the push is not strong, I'm afraid like we still can make this move before pushing all the way up, right? So that's a setup. I'm saying like this gonna give you a WXY correction. It's gonna give you a W, X, and Y correction before any further move to the upside. I know most XRP moon boys don't want to hear it, right? But at least for the short time, we've been talking about it forever. But let's see if you're gonna be able to on a monthly basis, right? First challenge for XRP monthly is like to close above 32. Okay, I'm extremely happy. Okay, I'm gonna be extremely happy if XRP gonna be able to close above 32 cents. And at the same time, 32 cents is not a random number, right? it is the monthly the monthly 21 EMA, the yellow line. Okay, it is right there, right? You can see it to the left, to the right, which is like a 32.9. Where we got rejected at, just about 33 yesterday, right? So it is, I talked about it during my we talked about it basically. We reviewed XRP during our previous session. We said we just have to pay attention to 32 cents. I said it back in September, right? September, I said XRP, in order to keep up the momentum, we just gonna need to close above 32 cents on a monthly basis. So let's say we're not gonna be able to close above 32 cents like the next 3 weeks. By March, it's not going to look good, right? So it could be very choppy for XRP if that's the case, right? Even though I'm bullish, my bullishness basically got a limit, right? So for XRP, we just got to maintain, like at least for the short term, try to maintain 30 cents for the rest of the month, okay? And we could basically look for further further move to the upside, right? Yeah, it must be me. I must be hungry. It must be me, right? So basically, you must got some good ears too, right? So so XRP, basically, you know what to look for. XRP, like I said, man, XRP can go back to all-time high. If XRP goes back to all-time high, I mean, it's not going to be a big deal. Last time, I remember XRP dropping all the way down to what? That was back in November, right? Let's see, September, exactly. So I remember back in September when XRP dropped all the way down to 14, 15 cents. Okay, so and I think we had the swell. The swell was October, right? So, and after the swell, also XRP dumped, right, all the way down to like 18 cents. So I remember all these targets. I'm very, very familiar with XRP in and out. I can reflect back to XRP price action, even back in December when XRP, December, 2017, XRP pumped like to $1, and all of that good stuff, right? And all the way up to $3. So I'm very familiar with price action of XRP. So let's see if we're gonna break this area, and it's gonna be looking very good. So coming back down to 17, it is a on the monthly basis, we shouldn't even look for like a 13 cents, right? On the monthly basis, we should just say, hey, this is good enough. Okay, the deepest area on the last accumulation, the deepest area is roughly around like a 17, not 20 cents. If you just draw a line in this area, the deep, in the middle, just a median, okay, not deepest but median, right? So you could see like it is just about 20 cents, right? Just about like 20 cents, right? So if we dip down to 17, that's even better. But we did not have to. We don't have to drop down to like a 13. We did not, because 13 we never closed like below 17 actually. Okay, back then actually we closed below 16.3, right? Just about 16.30001. So that's the lowest we XRP closed back then, right? And we did not close below it this time. So that's good. That's good. Hey, what's up, Edward? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Make sure to hit the likes and subscribe. Make sure to if you like the content, of course, right, make sure to share, and then basically join our public Telegram group. If you want to upgrade to our premium, you can just send me a message. I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord channel, right? So but basically the market is looking good. I know it's gonna be a long live stream today because I think like alt season is not over yet, right? But we will see. We just have to basically we just have to for alt, we just have to maintain certain criteria. Okay, so Tezos, you guys remember Tezos? I'm gonna keep saying it, right? When Tezos was like 180, just about back in December, right? I said it is not time to buy Tezos, right? So wait for like $1 range, right? We hit like $1.27, and I was like, it is time to dive into Tezos and get some more Tezos, right? You can see like $1.30. I said it since, you know, since that day. That was live stream, guys, like second week of January, we went up over, you know, over 100% move, right? And most of the alt guys I talked about also, you know, at least 20% to you know, 50% move. ARC, I talked about it. ICX, I talked about it. ADA still like a slacking. XLM still slacking, right? But they're gonna pick up. Okay, they're gonna pick up. It is just a matter of time. I think like we got another at least a couple more weeks for alt. You know, at least for the short term. The way I look at the market, I could be wrong, right? We could get a sell-off tomorrow, okay, and the entire structure of the market could change, right? So, but at least for the short term, that's what I see. No sign of reversal so far, so I cannot anticipate any reversal, right, for Tezos, right? But we got to support just about like 190. If we dip down, we can definitely retest the 190. Okay, most people are going to be full moving. Okay, it's just going to be second chance before basically continuing the uptrend. And I think like Tezos could definitely do what ICX did back in 2017. ICX went like from, I remember, like $3. Okay, I was like, look at this sucker, BTC is dropping and it keeps going up. So it keeps going up all the way up to 13, man, like every single day. Even VeChain, okay, VeChain did the same thing back in 2018 when BTC was dropping. I remember VeChain, you know, like 40 cents, like first week of November 2018, November 2017, right? 42 cents, right? And by mid-December, this boy was like, you know, almost like, you know, $6, $8, stuff like that, right? I think we top out at $8. So, but it was going very, very strong, right? So I think like Tezos got a lot of hype, and crypto market is all about hype. You go back in 2017, you couldn't, nobody, okay, most people didn't know about Tezos, okay, and Tezos been around since, at least since 2017, right? I think, right? Let's see. Yep, since 2017, Tezos been around, right? But nobody talked about Tezos. Back then was like NEO, you know, ADA, XLM, ICX, you know, people were talking about WANCHAIN coming out, ontology, all of that good stuff, right? But now Tezos basically still in the show. Everybody's talking about Tezos. You just gotta go with the hype, right? So most people are gonna go with the hype. They're gonna buy Tezos, and at some point they're gonna dump it. Okay, they're gonna dump it. They're gonna tell you Tezos is gonna worth $100, but guess what? By $10, $12, they're gonna dump it. Okay, they're gonna dump it. They're gonna dump it. At least for the short term, that's what I say. I'm not saying it cannot go any higher, but you gotta think about it. WANCHAIN, ICX, ontology, they all hit the same exact number range, like just about like $9 to $12, $13 range, right? And they all dip down like to 50 cents. Okay, but Tezos already bottomed. That might be the difference. Okay, but at some point they're gonna dump it very, very hard. So I would not be buying it after it hit like let's say, you know, let's say it goes to $100 and it drops back down to 75, and you'd be like, they're gonna tell you buy the dip. Okay, you don't want to buy the dip after this sucker went up like 100x, right? So you want to let it drop down like at least 95%, something like that. So it is something we got to keep in mind, at least for the short term, regarding Tezos, right? So let's move on to Chainlink also. Link also got a lot of hype. So it is most likely going to do very, very well. Somebody says XTZ hit BTC USDT XBTC. For some reason Tezos is lower on it is lower on you know, on hit BTC, right? So for some reason, I don't know why, but I cannot explain it. So you can see we broke the trend line, and then basically push into the upside. No sign of reversal. It has a it has a, you know, better history since like July 2017, right? So it double bottom actually. Okay, that's a nice setup right there. So easier way to look at it, if you're holding for the long term, it has a plenty more of you know, a lot of potential to push to the upside. So 1-to-1 extension, just a 1-to-1 extension of this move, right? We just hit like 0.786, gonna be like almost $4. Okay, 1.618 extension of the initial move gonna be $11. Okay, which is the top. So which is pretty normal in terms of wave analysis. You could be looking for like a, in terms of wave analysis, you could be looking for one, two, all the way up 3, 4, wave number 4, somewhere around like 382. It depends. It could dip all the way down to just 50%. But let's see. Let's do it like this. I need more space. Tezos is so bullish. I need more space. So we got one. That's clean 3-wave move, right? And you can see we got 1, 2, and then wave number 3, 4, and it's gonna be. This could be like a, you know, the big wave to the upside. Wave number 4 and 5. Just to speculate at the same time, we can also look for like a possible reversal head and shoulder right around this area. Okay, right around this area. Okay, so we could look for this possible bullish pattern. Okay, most people are going to be looking for you know, head and shoulder stuff like that, and then they're going to be like 1-to-1 extension, and then you know, they're going to be like it's going to like to the moon, maybe like a $10,000. So but it is looking bullish overall, right? It is looking very bullish. So yeah, March alt season, you know, just like last year when I was talking about alt, right? So let's take a look at Link. Okay, Link, I'm looking for 2 possible setup for Link. It doesn't have to the first setup I'm looking for, let's take a look at on the 3-day chart, right? The first setup I'm looking for is like, we probably this move is already done with your A, B, C correction, and then we could be breaking out. Okay, we could get this breakout and then break out to the upside, right? Or we could, okay, possibly get A, B, C, D, and E. That's also another possibility. So basically, Link coming back down to like you know, 31,000 to 30,000 sats. It is going to be pretty much very normal, right? And I said it a couple of weeks ago. I buy Link when Link was like was just about this area. Okay, it was like 27,000 sats, something like that, and it pushed to the upside like a 30,000. I was like, Link is actually making a bull flag. If you guys watch one of my previous live stream, I was like, you know, Link is making a 3-wave move pullback in this area, and that's actually very bullish, right? So you can see like we got this 3-wave move pullback, and then it is looking to basically give us further uptrend, right? So at least for the short term, it is looking good. And we also spotted Link when Link was like 36. The first time we hit like a 36, we basically said it is you know, it is time to give it up and look for the you know, some further sell-off with this bearish pattern. We recognize on BTC, you know, Tezos, Link, and XRP, they all made this same pattern in this area. Okay, not in terms of time frame, but similar pattern, right? It looks like a W. So, but it is looking good. Okay, it could come back, retest like a like I said, 30,000 sats. So it is something you just gotta keep in mind, at least for the short term. But Link USD, let's check Link USD. Right, So Link USD, we basically can retest the top, which is pretty much normal, right? Let's say Link retests the top versus USD, right? And then it drops down, okay? It most likely gonna pull back, right? So if it pulls back, if like we get a pullback from Link versus USD, it means Link BTC gonna be pulling back, right? So that means like we could get that basically ABC correction I was talking about, right? If you pay clear attention to the structure. This is what I was talking about Link. Let's do this. Link. Okay, Link USD, we could be expecting, at least for the short term, some sort of rejection at $485 range. And at the same time, Link BTC is looking bullish, right? But we said the second scenario for Link BTC is like to get a 5-wave corrective move, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it makes sense if Link USD going to be dropping down in this area. Link BTC could be dropping down in this area also, right? Before a very strong impulse wave to the upside, right? So it is something that we gotta keep in mind. But at the same time, we could also, right? We could also at the same time, for a very strong bearish momentum, okay, count this as a 5-wave, ending diagonal. So we could also, be very careful and say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and could get like a 5-wave ending diagonal, and then look for further sell-off. This is what I mean, right? This could be also for a bearish momentum. Let's say you're trying to get some cheaper Link, right? You could look for this to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 before we correct all the way down to like a roughly around like a 14,000, which I think we might not retest anytime soon, but it is there. Okay, you can get this 1, 2, 3, 4, right, and then wave number 5. It's in the chart. Okay, so we just have to discuss it. Even though I'm bullish on Link, this is a scenario. If like we break this trend line, we could most likely drop all the way down to wave number 4 territory. Okay, so just gotta keep that in mind, at least for the short term, not to be extremely bullish without thinking about any possible rejection. So let's talk about other alt right now. Let's move on to ZILLIQA. So ZILLIQA, basically we started talking about ZILLIQA in my premium group when ZILLIQA was basically 60, actually like a 50 sats, like at the very bottom back in December, right? I was giving this target like for free. I was saying like I wasn't basically not even like talking about alt, because I was like alt gonna drop, but ZILLIQA, I keep saying like when ZILLIQA was dropping, I was like, it is time to accumulate ZILLIQA. So it looks bearish because most people only pay attention to the to the daily time frame, but when you pay attention to the weekly, 3-day time frame, it is very bullish. Okay, so that's why we started talking about ZILLIQA at 58, right? But we picked it up as soon as it broke this area of 21 EMA. We picked it up, and then now you can see like a ZILLIQA. It is like it went up like 30% since we basically sent the signal. Now if you even sell right now, you're still up 22%, right? Even BTC is not up 22% over the last few days, right? So it is something we gotta keep in mind. So even if BTC is up 22%, you gotta think about it. ZILLIQA can be up like 60%, 3 times faster than BTC, not in transaction, but in terms of price movement. So keep in mind, pay attention to alt. Alt is still looking very, very bullish until we get a big sell-up, right? So we talked about XRP. XRP BTC, we did not get the chance to talk about XRP BTC, right? So, but XRP BTC, not sure if you talk about it, right? But XRP BTC, I told you guys, accumulate XRP BTC, right? So we said accumulate right there, right? And then we're going to be pushing to the upside. XRP BTC is very, very bullish, okay? Regardless what BTC is going to be doing, XRP going to outperform BTC, right? So let's say BTC is dropping, XRP might be dropping less, right? So it is also another way of outperforming BTC, right? Let's say BTC dropping 15%. XRP might just drop like 5%. So XRP BTC is still going to be bullish, could be still be going up, right? So that's one way to look at the BTC value of XRP. At the same time, if XRP BTC is bullish, right? BTC is bullish. What does it tell you about XRP USD? So you just do the math, right? So XRP BTC is extremely bullish, right? So it means XRP is going to outperform BTC, but BTC itself is looking bullish. So what does it tell you about XRP? So, you know, think about it, okay? Think about it again, right? XRP is very, very bullish, man. It is very bullish. My only concern about XRP is like, can we break this 3700 sats? Okay, Ethereum broke it, but sometimes XRP like to, you know, act very funny. so let's just wait, okay? If we break this 3700 versus BTC, guys, and then next area to look for is like almost like 5,000. What does it tell you, guys? And we're expecting BTC to hit like 12,000. Okay, so you do the math. If XRP is 5,000 sats, right, and let's say 5,000, 6,000 sats, and BTC is just about 10,000, right? Not even 12,000, but 10,000. The price of XRP going to 50 cents, right? Just easy math, right? So if XRP is what? If BTC is at 12K, you increase XRP value by 20%, it's going to take you just about 75 to 80 cents, right? Depending on market volatility. XRP is very bullish, man. It is very, very, very bullish, guys. I think it's one of the most bullish coin right now, except Tron. Tron is bullish also, but we're going to talk about Tron. But I think it is one of the most bullish coin except Tron in the top 10, 15 coins, right? So you got to keep that in mind, guys. Yeah, BTC dominance gonna bounce, going to bounce back up, but I'm expecting at least like you know, by April, could trigger some high volatility by April. But of course, alt gonna push back up, and then when BTC is starting to accelerate and going like 18, 20K or so on, wherever we're going, I think like it's not going to be new money. It's going to be like people selling they alt into BTC. That's the only way I can see it, right? People selling their alt, because alt most likely going to be 4, 5x, 6x, right? It's not guaranteed, right? But some of them already 5x like XRP, some of them 3x, 2.5x like EOS already, $2 to $5. So that money, okay, can basically give a BTC like a better, you know, better volatility, and then you know, alt going to be dropping because people are going to be selling their alt into BTC, and BTC either gonna go up very, very rapidly, or even if BTC drops, it's going to drop very slowly because people are moving their alt into BTC, right? Their satoshis into BTC. It is something like we're just gonna have to keep in mind. But XRP basically just need to break 3,700, guys, and then we definitely, okay, with a very, very high probability, could be looking for like a 6,000 XRP, 6,000 sats XRP, right? Not $6,000, right? And then you know, basically look after that, look for high prices, right? So next coin we're gonna basically discuss, it is basically Walton. Back in December I told you guys, Walton and LISC, they pretty much very bullish. Walton, LISC, ZILLIQA, that's exactly what I said, and they all were, you know, LISC already 4x, right, from like 50 cents to over $2, something like that, right? 60 cents since I talk about LISC. So you can see Walton is very bullish, right? Most people don't like red, okay? Moon boys, they don't like red, so whenever they see red, they be like, oh, it's bear market again, stuff like that, right? But Walton is just bull flagging, guys. So it is just bull flagging to me. So the 3-day chart gonna give you like a lot of details. You can see, you don't see no noise, You only see like one red candle, and this red candle, it is okay. The volume is very low. We broke this trend line, and I talked about Walton when Walton was like in this trend line, okay, inside it, okay. So that's when we picked it up. Actually, I think we picked it up right around this area. So that time I wasn't giving out signal. I was just talking about this coin buy, but I wasn't like giving out specific entry and exit. But when I give the target for Walton, you can see since I gave the target, we almost looking very juicy. This looking very juicy, man, very juicy. Okay, since I started talking about it, like almost 65% up. So Walton is still looking great. No sign of reversal so far. Still looking great. So let's move on to WANCHAIN. WANCHAIN basically that was our target for the group. You can see it is still bull flagging. I'm still looking for high prices for WANCHAIN, and we buy at the very bottom, and we said WANCHAIN sell it at the very top when one was like 5,000, okay, almost 6,000. We said like next area to buy is like a 2,000 range, okay. And I keep saying do not touch one until we hit 2,000. We hit like 1947, something like that, right? So it was a weird number, but we hit like a 1977 low, the 1977 low, and I was like, that's it, guys. Time to go to the moon with WANCHAIN. Still has plenty of time, guys. Plenty of time. So guys, if you want to talk about alt or the alt, let's take a look at HT for Midas. I like to call it Midas. I think Midas is sound better for me. So HT, we got this flag. I was still looking for a retest of this trend line before the push, but it just decided to break out. So it is looking very good, okay, versus BTC. Let's take a look at it versus a dollar. Hit BTC, looking great. It basically follows BTC, so it bottomed the same day BTC bottom. It just moves very fast. That's all it is. It moves faster than BTC, but it basically did not respect any market structure. Did not, the only market structure it respected was like the 100 EMA on the 3-day chart. Very bullish now. So you got resistance and support, so you know what to look for. You got 3 wave moves so far, right? You got 1, 2. 1, 2, you got 3. Okay, the third wave can go all the way up to like $6, not $6, but $5.60. Drop back down, probably down to like a $4 range before giving you this move to the upside. That's what I see. But it doesn't have to be exactly that way. Okay, we could just pump back up and get this nasty move and then just continue the uptrend. Okay, the type of correction you're gonna get in this area, you don't know how it is gonna look like. It could be a falling wedge, a 5-way structure. What I mean 5-way structure by A, B, C, D, E before pushing back up, right? But it is there. Okay, it is there. ELA. Let's move on to ELA. I don't know why ELA is not ELA is looking good. I think I talked about it last time, right? So that's what I told you last time, right? I said that when ELA was just about like just about 19,000, 20,000. You can see right now it is 24,000. So, and I was like, it looks good. So target is just look for like a 41,000. Just sit tight, relax, enjoy the ride. ELA and Walton look pretty much the same. Got the same structure. ELA, Walton, and basically LISC, they got the same structure. Just sit tight, relax, don't do anything, right? Nothing, just let it ride. Don't take profit, don't do anything. Not financial advice, right? So but versus BTC. But only thing you have to do, nothing, man, nothing really. That's a beautiful chart, man. I never bought ELA for some reason. I remember it like $80 when it first came out. And I had a friend who wanted to jump in at $80. I was like, Are you okay? so wait for this sucker to drop down to $1, man. So no, but I'm exaggerating. I wasn't expecting it to drop to $1, but at least like I was saying like $10, you know, you can grab it. But after I took a look at ELA, took a look at NEO, I was like, it doesn't make any sense, right? So ELA could drop all the way down to like $1 or something like that, right? Because I was expecting NEO to drop down to $3 to $5 range. So I'm like, if NEO gonna drop down to 3 to 5, most likely ELA and Nash, guys, you gotta remember the exchange Nash, right? The decentralized exchange, whatever. People were, we had a lot of hype, right, when it came to ICO, blah blah blah. But I'm like, this sucker, man, it's overpriced, right? It's going to go under $1. So, and then I think I said it on whatever, forgot the name of it again. But they community or whatever, they got mad because I said like it could be retesting $1, so could be dropping below $1. So right now Nash you can have it at $1. So, but ELA is basically looking nice, man. Looking very nice. Low supply. Had a lot of FUD last year, I think, or the year before. But they just need to be listed in a bigger exchange to get like some exposure and some volume. That's all they need. So. Let's take a look at hey man, I buy it at $250 too. so the price level I want to buy it it only concerned me, right? So if I want to buy it at $50, okay, we basically didn't hit $50. And I feel like the potential of Ether going to like $1,000, and I buy it at $200. It is my own benefit, right? So if I'm looking for cheaper prices, it's like I want to buy the cheapest price, right? Buy the, So just because I'm looking for a lower number and I didn't get it, right? Didn't get it yet, doesn't mean, right, I cannot buy high prices because I'm only looking for a return. Whether I buy BTC at 10,000 and looking for a 50% return, and I buy Ether at $40 and looking for a 50% return, it really doesn't matter. A 50% return of your money is always going to be 50%, whether you invested in real estate or like a BTC or you buy a coffee and selling it, whatever you want to do, man, it is going to be 50%. So just get a investor's mindset. Don't worry about like prices and nonsense, right? Whether Ethereum hit $40 or $60. So Qdom looking very, very good, right? So let's talk about Qdom first. So you can see Qdom looks very, very good, guys, and it likes to follow BTC, and I think like you can see the structure of Qdom. XRP is basically, and Qdom kind of got the same structure, but Qdom moves very fast, right? So Qdom, you can see we just broke a clean. We broke this area of resistance. We also broke 100 EMA, so it is looking very good. It is going to the top, guys. It is going to the top. So top could be like a $6 range. Right, it could be going to the top because we don't have any sign of reversal yet, okay, and we don't have any resistance. The next resistance is like a $3, and I talked about it. Like I got somebody named John in our group. He was asking about Qdom back then, like a December, and I was like, Qdom was very bullish, and I didn't want to say it because if Qdom is bullish, right, it means BTC is going to be bullish. So I was like, Qdom can make this move it as a top, right, and I was like, man. That's not good at all because I'm bearish and Qdom is bullish, and Qdom most likely gonna be following BTC. So sometimes you don't want to basically ignore the what you see. If you see something, just go with it, right? But that time I was ignoring this bullishness of Etherum, right? And because I knew if I accepted it, I'm just gonna have to be bullish on BTC, right? So but it is what it is, right? So it is okay. Becoming more like a Kirby. I mean, like I said, you giving me whiskey. You giving me a tough time now. so you're giving me a tough time, whiskey. Let's see. So, but Etherum is looking good, man. So, like I said, it's not about being wrong or right. It's just about following the trend. Market moves up and down, so you just have to strategize, analyze, and execute. That's the most important. Price. Everybody been looking for BTC to hit $300,000 back in 2017, right? 2018. Price prediction. Go back and watch any price prediction. I'm not doing any price prediction. I'm just analyzing. Okay, but people have been telling you BTC $50,000, NEO $1,000, Litecoin $3,000. Are you gonna go back and tell them, oh, blah blah blah? You don't do that, right? So, but also looking extremely healthy at least for the short term. ADA, we talked about ADA, so we're gonna go back to the small alt. ADA, we talked about it when ADA was 400. It is still looking good. We just need to break this. We already broke this area. So next challenge for ADA is just to break this 100 EMA on 3-day chart, guys. Most people don't tell you about 3-day chart. I'm telling you, if you want to get the big gains, forget about 15 minutes and hourly. Alt going to be driving you crazy. They're going to be going up and down. Just check the 3-day chart. No noise, nothing. Okay, ADA is looking clean, guys. So you can see it. We talked about it since ADA was like 400 sats, guys. Accumulate ADA 450, 480. It could possibly drop down to where? To 400. It did that exactly on Binance, right? And then now it's dipping. We broke this area, so it is a strong buy. Okay, it is a strong buy, right? So let's take a look at AGI. I think somebody Giovanni asked me about AGI. So AGI is looking great, guys. Pretty much similar to Nano. Struggling to break this trend line. It can come back, retest it, but the probability could be very low. So best thing is to just hold it and take it to the upside, right? Looking extremely bullish. So target to the upside just about 300, 400 sats. Current price 250. So that's actually very good, right? So A and B, we already talked about A and B, how clean it is. So that's one of my top coin for for this quarter, at least for the short term. Looking very clean, pretty much the version of XRP clone and AM and Etherum also. ARC is looking extremely good. I talked about ARC in our public Telegram group. Make sure to accumulate ARC. We still got some momentum. You can see, like when I started talking about ARC, first week of February, right? Last week of December, we went up massively, guys. Look at it, guys. Over 150% move from ARC, right? Over 100 and not 150, but 130, guys. So so it is looking extremely good, right? Atom. Let's take a look at this coin. So this coin, that's the setup I got for Atom, right? So, but it doesn't have to play out like this. Okay, if like we're gonna be bullish, we can either look like Tezos and basically chain link, right? So that's where I got this setup, but it doesn't have to be like that. If we break this trend line, right, we just have to drop back down to 0.618 right there. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, at least for the short term. That's why I wouldn't be messing with Atom until we break basically almost like a 6,000, stuff like that, right? Current price is like for just about like 4,700, 4,700, 5,000. So but a break above 6,600 gonna be very bullish, right? Very bullish. So BLUZEL, I haven't talked about BLUZEL a lot. BLZ, also another alt, looking very bullish. Basically another version of QDOM, not QDOM, but Walton. Okay, Walton and LISC. So let's say you got some LISC. It is looking very very overextended. LISC is right there. All you have to do is just buy this one and then take it to the LISC prices, right? So it is something like you just gotta keep in mind. So alt season, it is not about like buying one alt from the beginning of the season all the way up to the end of the alt season. You're not going to be very profitable. You have to move around. Okay, you got to learn how to move around, at least for the short term, right? So CND, actually one of our top coin in our group. So we talked about it, got in I think like 78 range. I was looking for it to drop back down, but it didn't drop, but it is still looking bullish. Okay, 85, looking for all the way up to 100 sats, right? Current price just about 85, looking very bullish on the 3-day chart. So we also talked about Dash. We're looking for a push to the upside up to like a 0.024, which could be like almost like $200, right, for Dash. So volume is decreasing, right? Price is moving, in a sort of a bullish pattern. So most likely a push through, right? EDO, I just added this one to the list yesterday. Kind of added it late, so but it's still got a potential of a retracement, right? It's still got a potential of a retracement. That's why I was hesitating. But let's see how far we can push above this 21 EMA on the 3-day chart, right? So it is looking very good. Gas, we talked about last time. So also gas looking very, very juicy. As soon as we basically saw this week to the downside, we said like we talked about it in our public group. Okay, that wasn't even like private, so you can see like Dash is just correcting. So let's see if Dash going to be able to break this area. Otherwise it is making a bearish pattern. Okay, this is a bearish pattern, right? So you gotta know that until you basically break the top, you're not safe enough. Okay, you're not safe enough until we break this area. So, but it is looking very, very juicy, guys, very, very juicy. So GRS, one of our top coin also. You can see like GRS looking very, very good, very aggressive, not low supply. But I mean low supply, under 100 million, right? I think I was expecting like 30 million, but somebody says it's like 70 million. So it is still okay. Very juicy, high volatility. Okay, it's very volatile, very volatile coin. So we still could be looking for like a 3,000 up to 4,000 sats, right? Current price like just about like a 2,400. So not too bad, right? Not too bad. So it is looking good. Okay, 2,400 sats. I think I added it like a 2,400 when it was like 2,400. So, but we will see. So we talk about grocery coin, gas, HBAR. I don't talk about it much. Didn't have enough history, but it just I think last time we talked about it was basically making some sort of a flag in this area. Now it could be coming back down right there. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it could be coming back down. Retest the at least 6 hour or 12 hour 21 EMA. So it is very engulfing. So let it cool down at least for the short term, right? So IOTX, one of my top coin on on the high degree 3-day chart. If you take a look at it on a 12 hour, you're going to be selling your alt. I'm telling you guys, if you check this alt on daily time frame, you would be selling right there. Okay, you would be like, man, look at this red candle, look at these red candles, blah blah blah, right? But if you take a look at it on 3-day, take a look at it. Yes, it's engulfing, right? But that's just the first day of a 3-day 3-day candle, right? So the 12, so we got 2 more days. This candle can retract back up and be green. So and then we could be pushing back up, right? So in IOTX, I basically started talking about like just about under 50 sats, and we went up to like 73. So entry for us was like I think 47, right? 47. We went all the way up to like a 72. Guys, that's 50% move. Why would you need BTC if you got an alt giving you 50% move, right? And you're 100% sure it is going to play out, right? So not 100%, but very probable, right? So Nano hit our first target, 1100. It is facing resistance. We are basically entered Nano. I said it: Nano, ICX, WANCHAIN, ARC, Walton, LISC. You know, good buy. Okay, I said it back in December. Accumulation area 7,000 to 8,000. Sell it at 11. Next target to the upside is you know, it's in a premium group. You can see like we're still looking for more upside for Nano. Okay, even if we get a flash crash, a dip down in this area again, it is going to be a strong buy for a very strong push. Okay, this one gonna be so aggressive. If like bears try to like drop the price down to like a 6,000, 7,000 again, it's gonna be a very strong push. It's gonna be like a basically what you know, EOS did like a couple of years back. You guys remember when EOS capitulated? I think from $3 to like a 150, just push strongly up to like a $6. That type of move, right? So it is a hold, okay, at least for the short term. Regardless, even if it drops like a 20, 30, 50%, it is a hold. So next one on the list, I don't want to talk about NEBLIO. I already talked about NEBLIO. It's in it went up 100% the day after I talked about it. NEO is like another coin I'm very bullish about, at least for the short term. Most people are basically sleeping on NEO. It's about to break out. We could be looking for all the way up to like almost like 250,000 sats, right? But first thing first, we just need to break 170,000 sats. Okay, that's first target for NEO. NEO USD, I'm looking for roughly like $19 to $20 range, but $17 could give us a tough time, right? $17 could give us a very tough time. So, but it is looking bullish. No sign of a reversal so far. I was just waiting for it to break this 100 EMA on the 3-day chart. We're about to get a bullish crossover right after the breakout, so momentum going to be increasing, at least for the short term. You can see like we push up there. I was like, wait for NEO. Okay, $13 too expensive from like a $7. So it drops back down to like a 7, push back up, get the rejection. Now it is looking to do some damages, right? So nulls pretty much also updated nulls versus the dollar. I'm looking for like a nulls hitting like $1 versus I mean not dollar versus a dollar, but versus BTC. We're still looking for higher prices. Okay, ontology looking great. Okay, I was a little bit hesitant about adding ontology, but you can see like we broke trend line. It is looking great. We hit first target above like you know, 10,000. So no, we got like a further move to the upside, looking extremely bullish. So pretty much ontology and basically Ripple XRP got the same structure. Okay, same structure. So we pushed to the upside, get this flag, now pushing to the upside. No sign of reversal. We don't need to be I don't think it's gonna make a big breakout. It could, because it doesn't have any moving averages like to worry about. So it could just like go all the way up to like you know, 12,000, and then get the, you know, possible flag before pushing to the upside. Alt are very bullish. Okay, they're very bullish. Yeah, I don't even follow it hash graph. So yeah, I mean, I said it last year. I mean, I said it like 2020 to 2021. You must not been following me long enough. 2020 to 2021. It is about like not just fundamentals. Like I don't do fundamentals. I just do charting, right? But you got to be able to read the charts, guys. You know, it is there. Okay, everything is there. Yes, you don't expect yourself to be right at 100%, but in this market, if you're right 50%, you're doing extremely well. Okay, it's a crazy market, very volatile. If you can be right, not 80% or 90%, but even 50% at a time, with something that goes like 100x, you know, you're okay, right? You're okay. You're not talking about something going like a 3% in you know, 3-4% like a year, stuff like that. You're talking about something that can go you know, 400, 500, you know, 600,000% gain, right? So let's talk about Poly. It had a lot of hype back in 2017, so it is looking also good. It hasn't even give us a big breakout yet. Bottom is 200. Currently it is like 300. Oh yeah, it gave us a 50% move, but it still got some potential. Okay, it got more potential for upside move. 100 EMA way up there. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so PPT, we already talked about it. You know, we hit both target, first target and you know, second target. For PPT, we start talking about PPT just about this area. We had a 60% move for PPT, something like that, right? 69-70% move. Pick it up right around like a 3800, and target was like 6100, guys. So that's over 60% move in like less than 10 days. Okay, 60% move. So don't tell me how I knew, right? Because I'm very familiar with PPT. RDN also looking extremely good. Could be taken over next week. Going to be one of the top coin to watch for next week. RDN, okay? I think like Raiden Network, right? So request also looking extremely good. Pretty much, okay, you can see like a request pretty much like RDN. It's already breaking out, right? But I don't like to talk about coin after they break out, but you can see the structure I was showing last time when we were doing a live stream. I was telling you like it is making a bull flag. Okay, I was saying this is a bull flag on a 12-hour 2 days chart, and you can see it. Daily chart, you can see it better, right? So daily chart, you can see it better. Two things we had in mind was like either it can make this bear flag and give us a small flash crash right there and then pump, but the final deal is like it was gonna pump. Okay, and this stuff has plenty of momentum for further move to the upside, right? But wouldn't buy it right now. Okay, that's a 3-day chart. You can see it's at the very top, guys. When we talked about it, was like 150, right? So request looking actually good. Okay, extremely good, right? So Tron, I said it. Look at, you can see like Tron is breaking out. That's not Tron, that's XRP. Let's see Tron. XRP is breaking out. It's like 3200s, right? So, and we just talked about XRP about 3700 sats, right? So Tron, it is time to pick up some Tron, guys. So it is time to pick up some Trons. It is looking good. It has a different structure for some reason, so that's why I'm still expecting, okay, a flash crash from Tron. It doesn't have to, but I was expecting like it could probably drop down and pick up some orders from like a low 130 or low 150 before pushing up. But it is looking very bullish. Okay, it is looking bullish. As soon as we break this area of a 240 250 range, right, we could be facing like a further strong move. 300, I think it is very moderate for Tron, but we could go a lot higher, like a 400 sats and so on, right? So keep an eye on Tron, right? So it looks like King XRP is breaking out. King XRP is doing his thing. Yep, XRP is breaking out. XLM also looking very juicy. Plenty of time. I talked about it last time, right? So XLM, we could get a fake out and then push to the upside, or we can just break this trend line. Either way you look at it, a strong push is coming, and most likely it's gonna follow the rest of these coins. It's gonna push all the way up to like 1,000, 1,100. Get this flag. Most people are gonna be selling. They don't know what's going on, thinking like it's gonna go to zero, and then this sucker just gonna push pumping. I said it, accumulate XLM at 600, 700 sats, right? So similarly to ADA, right? Yeah, so basically guys, we basically talk about like the most promising coins. We didn't talk about Steam. Steam also going to be breaking out very soon. Singular, SNGLS, also looking to break out. This boy could be breaking out within the next few days. I don't have it on my list, but it could be breaking out with a possible 60% move, right? A possible 60% move. So gotta pay attention. Very cheap, just about 100 sats. So it's like not even a penny. So very cheap, right? So storage finally picking up. Been paying attention to storage recently, and you can see like it is in our basically it is one of our target also to pay attention to, looking for like all the way up to like 2200 to 2400 sats, right? At least for the short term. Syscoin also looking juicy. Most of these alt guys, they're looking juicy. Syscoin, I might be paying attention to the 4-day chart, or even let's take a look at weekly. It is very volatile. Even the weekly is so bullish. Like it is above the weekly 21 EMA, not just 3-day, right? But the weekly. Okay, that's how bullish it is, at least for the short term, right? So could be popping out at any given time right now. So not saying we're gonna get it today or tomorrow, but we definitely can get this move up to like 700 sats. So current price like 350 almost. So it has like plenty of momentum to basically to do some damages, right? At least for the short term, guys. Didn't talk about NAVCOIN much. NAVCOIN like to give you some popcorn moves, so that's why I didn't talk about NAVCOIN. Because if you buy it, you just have to put your orders up top. Otherwise, you're gonna miss it. It's not something like you're gonna hold and then accept like to grow. So it likes to give like pop, right? So those type of pops. So just like this. That's why I don't like NAV, right? Sometimes. So that's why I don't like NAV. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes and make sure to hit the notification. If you have any alt you want to talk about, we can just jump into it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call it a day, a night. Hey. Hey man, look, it will, if you want to follow, great, okay, like, but I'm saying you don't have to follow what I say, okay? It is free content. If you like it, feel free basically to enjoy it. Hit the likes. If you don't like it, just join the Telegram group, send me a message, and then talk to me, okay? So but no need to stress yourself spending 3 hours watching and at the same time complaining, right? I'm giving you free content, okay? It is free content. Most people out there, they basically not giving you free content. You're just gonna have to pay a lot of money to get their content, okay? So you're getting free content. All these alt, I'm telling you, they're gonna be popping out very soon. BTC price action since 14K. We've been nailing prices, you know, shorting BTC from 14K all the way down to 6,400. So make sure just to hit the likes, enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, come talk to me, join the public Telegram group, and then we can see how we can resolve it, right? So if you need you know, more time to basically you know, if you need more time to think about it, right? Stuff like that. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Hopefully you guys enjoy the streaming. Yeah, we already cover XTZ, we already cover ICX. So you know, XTZ, you know, we already covered. Just go back to the at the beginning of the live stream, and then you can watch it, okay? So we already covered you know, AMB, AION, ICX. ICX is making, I think we didn't talk about ICX yet. Let's see. I think I missed ICX. I can find my ICX. ICX BTC. Okay, ICX BTC, it is looking good, okay? It hit like a 6,000 sats. So that's a 4-day chart. So if you really take a look at it, the last 8 days it's been down, right? Because every candle is 4 days. But guess what? It doesn't mean it's bearish. It is just consolidating. So be careful, right? So bearishness and consolidation is two different things. You can see it's moving down, volume is moving down. Most likely it's going to retest the top, and you know, it's going to look very good, at least for the short term. We talked about ICX when ICX was doing this, guys. Nobody was talking about ICX, and we said you know, 100% move, just to be conservative. 100% move, okay? So we were looking for like a 1400. We said like buy from 1700 to 1400 sats, okay? And then 1400 all the way up to 3100, guys. That's over, you know, over 100% move. And this sucker went all the way up to 6,000. Okay, so basically from 10 cents all the way up to 60 cents. Okay, that's 6x move, more than 5x move in like, you know, not 3 months, but like less than 2 months, something like that. Okay, so and even if you bought it like January, not even January, even if you bought it like November when we first started talking about it, and I said it, ICX is one of my top coin to pick. ICX ADA, 2 coins, right? Most of you guys been following. 2 coins, ICX ADA. ADA is not doing so well, but still it is 50% up since like we started talking about it, right? ICX like over 600% up, big difference. But ADA gonna catch up. Okay, it's gonna catch up. Pundi, Pundi X. I think it's NPX. Let's take a look at versus BTC. It doesn't have versus NPX. Doesn't have a pairing versus BTC. On NPX USDT. I can't find one on Binance. Let's take a look at Bittrex. Similar structure. This sucker doesn't have any volume, man. It's hard to Bittrex even on a weekly. It's like it's not going to zero, of course, right? But it's at 2 sats. This boy started at 28. Let's take a look at versus. Okay, versus Ethereum, it looks kind of better. Okay, you can compare versus Ethereum because you know Ethereum moves with BTC, right? So it would be the same thing. Yeah, it is a good buy. It is a very good buy. The reason why I'm saying it is a very good buy because it's not like a 75, right? So you got this capitulation move, right? So kind of like what gas and 88 did. So that's a structure you could use similar structure for that, right? And you could be looking for it to retest like 111. So it could take some time though, because we haven't seen a sideways correction also. So we could get this flat sideways correction before getting this move, or you can get this. You already got this dump. You could get the push, right? But it's at 2 sats, man. Even if you put a $1, you're gonna get a lot, right? So it's at 2 sats. Yeah, I can find it on Binance. Maybe it has different. It says it versus Ethereum, US. I mean, but that's actually Tether, not even Ethereum. That's Tether. Guided versus Ethereum on Bittrex, but I can't find it on. I know Binance had it, but I think they remove it. No, they didn't remove it because they got it versus Ethereum. But I can't find it versus BTC. It's not there. It's not there. Yeah, I know. It's right there. It's NPXS, right? If you put it like BTC, you see it's Binance is not coming out like Bittrex, BitPay, hit BTC, and HT coming out. So no, I don't know. Maybe it's a glitch on from TradingView or something like that, right? It's the same thing, man. This boy doesn't have volume, so all right, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. I'll talk to you guys later. Sometime this weekend we're gonna go live again, and then we're gonna take it from there, right? So all right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.